Hello students, welcome back to Ekcel Academy's YouTube channel. This is Ramcharan and I am back with the weekly update of the current affairs. So let us start with the first news bit. Automobile transformation. So there are some big changes that are happening in the automobile industry. The first news is from Maruti Suzuki India Limited, where it is told that Maruti is all set to give brand new cars on rentals. So instead of paying EMI, we can pay rent to the company and take a new car, use it, and over a period of time, we can even give it back. So the minimum period is 12 months and it can range up to 5 years. So this is how this whole program works. Maruti might be the first company to introduce this, and I'm very sure many other companies will follow this trend. The second news bit, again related to automobiles, this comes from Flipkart. So Flipkart has decided that it will use e-vehicles up to 100%. That is, all the vehicles that they use for commercial as well as for their official purpose will be e-vehicles. So that is what Flipkart has told, and they want to achieve this by 2030. So they have another 10 years to go, but this is what they exactly want to do. Fine. So let's go ahead to the next news bit. The next news bit comes from Japan. So the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Abe, would be stepping down, and that has been reported in Financial Express as the bowing out. And the next man to take over Abe's position would be his loyalist Suga. So he would be the next person who would be taking over the position. That's what it is being told. By 15th of September, things should be very clear who will become the next Prime Minister of Japan. Right. India-China trade relationship. We just got the news telling that on 29th night, there was another unprovoked attack by China. So the tension in the border continues between India and China. And India is giving back to China properly through the economic transactions which are being completely cancelled by the Indian companies. So we have seen that apps were banned in India, and later the defense equipments import were completely stopped. And now the trading companies, especially the oil trading companies in India, have refused to take or buy oils from the Chinese companies. Even those are the Chinese trading companies. So there is being ban which is being laid down on Chinese products in all possible sectors. So this is a great move. This is how India is teaching a lesson to China for its expansionist approach it has towards all the neighboring countries, and this is something which is required. Okay, let's go ahead and let's keep a track on the things that happens between India and China. So personalities, this is something which is very important. We get quite a lot of questions on personalities in the CSEET exam. So the first one is here is Angela Merkel. She is the Chancellor of Germany. Chancellor in the sense like how we have President, there they call the President as Chancellor. Then we have Mr. Piyush Goyal. He is the Commerce and Industry Minister as well as the Railway Minister of the country. He is a chartered accountant by profession. Then we have Kalyan Krishnamurthy. He is associated with Flipkart, and he is the CEO of Flipkart, and this is a name which we have to remember. Then we have Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. He is the Minister for Law and Justice in the country. Right, let's go ahead. Then we have the new ventures that are coming. So Amazon has started venturing into health tracking gadget. So this is a serious competition to Apple and Fitbit. The other big venture that was reported this week was Walmart bids for the TikTok. So this is another big news that is coming. Walmart is a very popular offline retailer in the world. They are the biggest retailers in the world, and now they have decided to take over TikTok. So this is a big news that is coming. So it is told that Walmart is doing this to make sure they give a youth angle to their business. Anyway, we will have to watch this and know how exactly Walmart is going to make the best use of TikTok platform. Right. Then this news comes from SBI. There is some change in the guard. It is expected that Mr. Kara would be taking over as the SBI chairman, and there is also news that Mr. Rajneesh Kumar might continue for another term, that is 1 year. Extension might be given because of the ongoing pandemic, but there is a chance that Mr. Kara might take over as the chairman of SBI. And Mr. Ashwani Bhatia has been has taken over the office as SBI MD. So these are two big changes that are happening in the biggest bank of our country, which is State Bank of India. Right. Again, we shall go back to some personalities. Here we have Union Minister of External Affairs, Mr. S. Jaishankar. This is a name which all of us have to remember. Then there is an award which is given to Mr. Prem Narayan. He has been conferred with the AAAI Lifetime Achievement Award. This can be a question for us in the awards section. Then we have news coming from Airtel. It comes from the Bharti Airtel chairman, Mr. Sunil Mittal. And last week he was talking about how difficult it is to give so much of data at just 160 rupees. So this was the news that was coming, earning $2 for 16 GB data. This was a news which made a lot of rounds last week, and this came from Sunil Mittal. He is the chairman of Bharti Group. The name has to be remembered. Right. Another big deal that happened last week was Kishore Biyani's the Future Group, which owned Brand Factory, Big Bazaar, Future Group and all that, has been taken over by Reliance. So Reliance is dominating in the telecom sector. Now we see Reliance would definitely dominate the organized retailing sector of our country as well. Right. Some new appointments have taken place last week. Ujjwal K. Bhattacharya takes the charge as NTPC director. So NTPC is a state-owned power giant. And the next appointment that happened was in the Indian National Congress. Sonia Gandhi will continue to be the president of the Congress party for another 4 to 6 months. And later they might think of having a new president for the party. Right. The richest man is, of course, Jeff Bezos now, the promoter of Amazon. And his wealth is $200 billion. This is huge money. So this is Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Again, we have few personalities. Now it comes from the Union General Secretary. His name is Antonio Guterres. So he has told that he is concerned over India's auction of the coal blocks. And India gets around 40% of its electricity from the thermal power station. So usage of coal is required in India. And he has expressed his concerns. Anyway, the next personality here is Mr. Boris Johnson. He is the Prime Minister of UK. Right. So this was the news bit for this week. We shall definitely come back to you with more news bits in the weeks to come. Thank you so much. Please leave your questions and doubts in the comment section, and do let us know if this news update was of any help to you. Thank you once again.